You don't have a fashion problem, you have a self-awareness problem. Quick question, guys. Are you really wearing you or just what the algorithm says is trending? Because we live in such a fast world that updates faster than we think, and fashion trends are changing every 3 weeks. Your feed is filled with micro aesthetics, clean girl aesthetics, soft life. These days I hear of Alte and who knows what next. But my question to you today listening to me is, in all this noise, do you still hear yourself? Have you ever looked at yourself in a mirror and feel disconnected even though the outfit was cool? That feeling, yes, that's what I want us to talk about today. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We are back to our old or former background. I hope you guys missed it as much as I did. Anyways, I didn't miss it so much. Well, anyways, welcome back to my channel. To my new viewers, my returning viewers, welcome back. Please like this video while at it, hit the notification bell, subscribe, comment. And if you're new to my channel, we tend to discuss the topic of the week every week, and then I get to share what I've been watching and listening to you guys, and towards the end I also get to share quotes of the week. So just stick with me while we dive into today's topic. So guys, today we're touching on trends, fashion trends. Now, trends are not bad. It's important to understand that trends are not bad. Trends can be fun, creative, and expressive, but the danger with trends comes when we try to replace our identity with trends or replace our style with trends. Personally, I feel as though when a trend comes and is popping, is going viral, you need to look at the trend, observe what the trend is, and see how it fits in your already existing style. Not to come and replicate or stand to replace your style, but to understand what the trend is, look at it and see how to incorporate it in your already existing style. For example, you bought that Shein viral dress and you wore it just once, and now it's sitting at the bottom of your wardrobe. You have no intention for wearing it again. Why? Because you think you've outgrown that aesthetics. You tend to rock so many outfits because you see that is what is in vogue, that is what is reigning. Even though it doesn't feel like you still went ahead and rocked the outfit. Now, trends are meant to be tools and not shackles. Trends are always seasonal, always, just like pop songs. They're always everywhere, catchy and fleeting. So you're eternal, but style is seasonal. And now I want us to touch on, who are you in fashion? Who are you? What feels like you? What colors do you normally or naturally gravitate towards? What is that outfit that you wear that makes you stand tall and confident? Or what is that clothes or outfits that you wear that always makes you feel like home or feels like home and also makes you feel good? Style is meant to be your inner world that is just translated into fabric, color, and shape. So you're not supposed to just go with what the flow is. You're supposed to go with what feels personal, what feels like you, what suits your body type. All of these are important things or key things to understand before you rock any fashion item or before you go into fashion or trying to understand who you are in fashion. Key points: understanding the colors you gravitate towards, the outfits that makes you feel confident, and those outfits that also feels like warm, that makes you feel like you and also enhances your body type. Because it's also important to understand that we all have different body types. What I can wear and will look good on me might not look good on you, and what you wear might not look good on me. So it's not about, oh, this person has a better body than me. It's just also understanding who you are in fashion and what looks good on you and your body type. Now, let's touch a little bit on how to find your style. The first thing you can do for yourself would be to audit your wardrobe. Go through your wardrobe, all those outfits that you know that you're not going to wear anymore, discard them, give them away, just let them leave your wardrobe so you can focus on things that will serve you. So just go through your wardrobe, what doesn't feel like you anymore, or for a fact that you're not going to repeat, not just what is cute, discard them. The next would be your style mood board. Just get a mood board that is filled with things that feels like your soul, that you're drawn to, you're connected. What is that outfit or what's that look that always keeps appearing on your mind? Focus on that. The next would be to get a style anchor. Sometimes the problem could be structure. Maybe sometimes it's softness, sometimes it's mystery, sometimes it's power. It could be anything. Just pick out 3 words that define you and dress like that. You can start in that aspect. The next would be to dress for energy and not approval. How do you want to show up in the world? dress like that or show up like that. Just before you go out or leave your house when you're dressing, just ask yourself, is this how I want to show up in the world, or how do I want to show up in the world today? And start from there. It is also key to understand that you don't need more clothes, you just need clarity. Sometimes it's not about, oh, I don't have the money or I can't afford this. Even with your thrift clothes, with your, clothes that are not so expensive, there are so many ways you could style, you could mix, you could color block. There are so many ways you could go about it. With your wardrobe, no matter how little it is, it's just about finding your style, knowing your style, understanding what works for you and what doesn't look good on you. So yeah, and also another very, very important thing is understanding your body shape or your body type. Just knowing you, understanding you, I feel like that alone would really, really help you to know what works for you to be able to see an outfit, to understand that, okay, it works for you, or no matter what is trending, you can come to an understanding or acceptance that, probably this is not for me, or this is not my style. And this is not to say it's not okay for you to explore. It's very okay for you to explore things that are not your style or things that you would normally not wear on a normal day. That's very different. But when you're able to understand your style and everything, you're able to see a trend to be like, okay, this is for me or this is not for me. And if this is for me, how does it fit into my already existing style? Or how can I enhance it? Not how you can use it to replace your style, and sometimes even as far as replacing our identities. Now, guys, I want us to touch on style as an identity and not performance. Fashion becomes exhausting when it's performative. When you are dressing to seek validation, attention, or fear of exclusion, it drains you. But when you begin to dress to be expressive, to be you, to be creative, it fills you up. And sometimes I feel that we wear trends because we don't trust that we are enough. When we get to the point where we are open or okay with our uniqueness, we are okay with our edginess, we are okay with our weirdness, we are okay with owning our taste, we become unforgettable and unstoppable. So it still boils down to just find out what works for you, not what looks good on that person. And even if it looks good on that person, is it going to look good on you? Is that person having the same body type as you? It doesn't matter your gender. For you to be able to express yourself or feel good in fashion, or when it comes to fashion, is when you're able to be yourself, when you're able to be creative. You have all the room to be creative. Nothing is stopping you, limiting you, like, oh, what will people say? Oh no, this is not trendy. Or perhaps you're shy in wearing this or something. Just do what works for you at the end of the day. That's just the most important thing you can get from this video today. So guys, I want to challenge you. Go through your wardrobe. Just pick different outfits or pick your top 3 outfits and ask yourself, does this reflect me? Does this feel like me? Does this reflect who I am or who I'm trying to be? Just be honest with yourself. Just go through your wardrobe, ask yourself that question, and whichever answer you get, if you're truthful to yourself, then you can take over from that place. But I just want to encourage you that no matter the vibe you're going for, if it's soft, if it's edgy, if it's powerful, if it's confident, just find 3 words or certain words that feel more like you and build your wardrobe around that emotion. If you want to come out today feeling like a businesswoman or a businessman, build your style around that emotion and see how it fits for you, But yeah, I just thought we should touch on that. But before we go, guys, let's move into what I've been watching and listening to this week. So for this week, guys, I've been watching BMF. It's TV series that is inspired by real life events, and it has to do with like the Black community, drugs, violence, all of that. And it's so fascinating that it's a real life story. So if you've not given it a watch, please do. And if you have, please let us know in the comment section what you think about BMF, especially considering the fact that it is inspired, or it was inspired by a real life story. It's a story about 2 brothers, and the eldest brother amongst the 2 sees himself as the Black Pablo Escobar. So he's doing everything in his power to achieve that dream. And it's really fascinating, especially coming from a religious Christian background and having parents who, they didn't come from a well-to-do background. And that was what led them to even going into the drug industry to begin with, if you can call it that. But yeah, they had parents who were strong or solid on their beliefs, their morals, where they were not collecting any money from the kids, even though the children made money and all of that. And they were really like, they are really, really, really suffering, but they won't collect a single dime from any of the kids. So it's really, really fascinating, especially to see that it's a real story. Please, if you've given it a watch, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. The next I've been watching will be Chief of War. It's a new series, 2025, featuring Jason Momoa. It has to do with the people of Hawaii. So it's just generally their culture. The wars between different parts or different states in Hawaii. I hope I am saying the right thing. States, not states, but like, yeah, let's just say for the sake of this video, states, just different parts, war, kingdom, the normal fights. Well, it is really, really interesting because Hawaii is a place that I'm really, really fascinated by. They have a beautiful landscape, the natural falls, like waterfalls, the vegetation, it's just such a beautiful place. And seeing that it's such a small island, it's just something I'm really drawn to. So I was fascinated by that. I'm giving it a watch. And it's not just about fascination. It is actually interesting, just that it's not in English. So you're left with subtitles. And if you're giving this a watch, let me know what you think. If you are not, please just give it a watch or just try it, at least for the sake of what you're going to tell me in the comment section, and let me know what you think about it. The next on my list will be Black Mirror. I also started this recently on Netflix. It has 7 seasons, but I'm currently on season 2, and it is one of the most mind-blowing TV series I've ever watched. It's just bizarre, it's confusing, it's intriguing, it's fascinating. I don't know what word to use, but just give Black Mirror a watch. Even though it's not recent, I'm just catching up to the hype now. So if you watch Black Mirror, also feel free to let me know what you think about it in the comment section. And then the last on my list that I've been watching would be Real Housewives of Potomac. That's one show that truly, guys, I truly, truly enjoy. I love and I find it so entertaining. So if you've given it a watch, because I know that they are done with every season currently. I started so late, so I'm currently on season 7. So if you've given it a watch, please let me know. Let's discuss about some of the cast and characters in the comment section, because I feel like there are so many things that I think about that I can't be the only person that has that mindset or is thinking towards that perspective or have certain remarks about certain characters. So just let me know in the comment section what character fascinates you. Personally, for me, people like Giselle, Karen, even Ashley, Candice, Mia, I feel like there's not even character that doesn't fascinate me because they are all just unique in their own different ways. So let me know if you've given it a watch or you're watching it in the comment section. But what I've been listening to this week, there's been a number of new interesting songs this week, especially from Ghana. He released an album, the last one, and though I've not listened to the album, the only ones I've been able to listen to will be the one he featured Burna Boy, Wizkid, Ashake, and all these 3 jams are just really, really, really good, interesting songs. And it just gives you that idea or mind frame that Afrobeat artists can also do the international songs. It just takes the right beats, the right future, or whatever it is. This is just me personally speaking, but yeah, I truly, truly love the 3 songs. All of them, all the features were really, really more than I expected, because I was thinking, knowing who Ghana is or knowing how his sound is, how do they fit in? Ashake understand it because Ashake raps, but Burna Boy, Wizkid, it's beautiful. Just give it a listen if you haven't, and if you have, also let me know what you think about them. The next on my list would be Escaladizi by, to be very honest, which is so sad, but I've forgotten his name, but he featured Ira Star, Charlie Poppy, Zlatan, and I think one other artist, I'm not so sure. But yeah, that is also another interesting song. But I feel like if Ira wasn't on the song, I don't know if I would have loved the song, if I'm making any sense. Though I've been saying on X, and a lot of people tend to agree with me that, she killed the song. Amongst the 4 people that were on the songs, she did so beautiful on that song that truly speaking, personally, I don't know if I would love it if she wasn't on the song. But yeah, give it a listen, or if you have, what do you think? Do you agree with me, or do you think with or without I Write was still going to be a nice jam? The next would be Kelebu by Rema. I love that jam, and this is, I'm not just saying it, like Rema is one artist I respect because he's someone who frees himself, allows himself to, explore with different sounds, that sometimes I even feel as though that he releases song not for the audience or to appeal to the audience, but because that's just what he wants to release. But yeah, give it a listen if you haven't. And then I've also been listening to Adele, Rihanna, Caesar, who else? I think Summer Walker. I'm not so sure. Some Beyonce, just just different artists, Future as well. Friday. I also have the Afrobeat. And if you're also new to my channel, I do have a lot of playlists for you guys. And amongst these playlists, I do have music playlists where I get to share my African songs in a playlist titled Victoria's Playlist. So every African songs I listen to, I put them there. Then my international songs, the Rihanna, Adele, they are on V Blues. And then I also have the gospel playlist, which is titled The Gospel. So just go through my channel. There are lots of playlists, but for the musical playlist, it will be Victoria's Playlist, V Blues, and The Gospel. So just check them out. And all these movies, TV shows, songs I'm listening to, if you have watched any, if you've listened to any, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Perhaps we think towards the same direction, or maybe you have a different perspective from myself. Just feel free to let me know and let's discuss it in the comment section. But let's move into our quote for this week. What's our quote for this week? So guys, our quote for this week would be yourself. That's the title, and it goes, there are perhaps two of the most frequently used words in the world of self-improvement. Everyone says them, but few actually explain what they mean. Being yourself means doing what truly matters to you without being held back by the fear of what others might think, because no one thinks about you as much as you do. It means living a life that isn't about impressing others or making them jealous. It's about recognizing your potential and using it in a way that brings real value to your life. Being yourself involves feeling at peace with who you are, staying away from harmful influences, spending time with people who uplift you, and doing things that bring you joy and meaning. Ignore the beauty standards you see online or what's currently trending. Ask yourself what you truly want to do in life, and more importantly, why. Do you want it because it reflects your values, or are you seeking validation? And above all, be yourself, because your worth isn't found in meeting expectations or fitting into a mold, but in living with sincerity, faith, and inner strength. And yeah, guys, we have our quote for the week. But I just want to encourage you once more that the most powerful thing you can do for yourself or for your style is to be yourself before the world tells you what to wear. You weren't born to fit in, you were born to be recognized, and sometimes all it takes is wearing you. But thank you guys so much for joining me once more. Please like this video if you haven't, hit the notification bell, subscribe as well, share with your loved ones if this video resonates with you, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Oh, Jesus. And that is what leads us today to the topic of claiming our style. Oh my goodness. Clean girl aesthetics, clean girl aesthetics. Oh God.